Welcome to Good Mythical MORE. We're gonna take the top 3 hot sauces from the day, yesterday, and the day before, pit them against each other in a rubric of assessment.
But first, we're gonna donate $1,000 to the American Association of People with Disabilities to aid in their mission to increase the political and economic power of people with disabilities. AAPD advocates for full civil rights for the over 60 million Americans with disabilities by promoting equal opportunity, economic power, independent living, and political participation. Please join us in giving at aapd.com.
Thank you for being your mythical best and for hanging out with us in this more. So we're gonna have pepperoni pizza, salad, chocolate ice cream, baked beans, right?
Okay.
And hot coffee. Who puts hot sauce in coffee? We're just trying to get
Us
cray-cray.
today.
In order to determine our overall winner, of course, we've got the Fat Cat Strawberry Serrano hot sauce. That's the fruity winner. Day 2, the day 1 winner, which is the Buffalo Wild Wings hot sauce. And then the winner from today, Cholula.
And on our little, table here, basically what we're gonna do is give it a 1, 2, or 3. Rank it. If it's the best on a certain thing, it's number 1. So in the end, you're actually looking for the sauce with the lowest overall score to be our winner. You'll understand.
I wish I was listening.
It doesn't matter.
Because it seems like I need to understand. Because
I'll tell you when you get to the ranking.
so what do you
I'm taking a hair out of the Cholula.
okay.
It's the first thing I'm doing.
I'm handing you a slice of pizza. That's the first thing I am doing. So we got this one ramekin for each. So we're gonna start over here. This is the Cholula, right?
Yep. Which we should probably put the bottles
Yes,
in the
please.
same place. So
Never had that on a.
move that to the middle. This is Cholula.
Never had it on a pizza, but
You know what it reminds me? You remember that place?
I don't mind it.
What was that sandwich shop that had little pizzas in North Carolina?
Schlotsky's.
Schlotsky's.
They had little pizzas there?
They had little pizzas and they had a hot
They were-
sauce that tasted a lot like this.
Schlotsky's was a place that, as an adult, I wish existed near us because I feel like I would like it. But as a child, it seemed like the worst possible sandwich place that my parents could have chosen to go to. Too complex.
I didn't love it. They try to put olives on stuff. Now,
Yeah.
tell me again. 3, 2, 1. What?
The best one is 1 and the worst one is 3. in each category.
Okay. So I need to taste all 3 before I rank anything.
Now that just tastes like you're putting jelly on a pizza. Which is not bad.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm actually gonna put that at number 2.
Yeah, I thought that the Buffalo Wild Wings hot sauce was the best one on this.
Yeah, me too. I put that at number 1. I put the Fat Cat at number 2 just because it's like mixing things up.
I'll put it at number 3.
They say hot sauce will give you dreams. Well, have you been having dreams?
I had the craziest dream last night.
So did I. And I think
Okay.
the cumulative effect of 2 days.
It must be the hot sauce.
Well, I wouldn't say I had the craziest dream I've ever had. I had the craziest thing to ever happen to me in a dream happen to me.
Well, tell it now, or you want to save it?
No reason to save it, just so we can eat salad. But
yeah.
all I remember about the dream was I was taking a leak in a toilet, okay? I was peeing in a toilet. And
Just dipping lettuce directly into the sauce.
a man, like a small man, and I'm talking like a man about this tall, started
small man.
crawling out of the toilet. And
Toilet man. He's been in my dreams.
I was so shocked that I stopped peeing. And
good.
he was trying to get out of the toilet, and I have this like bird's eye view right down like you would have when you're peeing in a toilet. And this small man, dressed in like a normal outfit, it wasn't even wet, but he came out of the pipe. Wasn't a leprechaun, just a normal man, just leprechaun sized, or maybe small. How tall are leprechauns? He reaches up, grabs my wiener, and like uses it like you would use a rope.
Like a rescue rope?
Like a rescue rope. And I'm not saying that.
Good for you.
I'm not trying to say
Well, he was a little man.
that I got a
He
rope
was a
like
little
wiener.
man. He got his hands around it.
He must have thought I did. He grabs, I'm just watching the dude grab my wiener and just like rope rescue himself out of the toilet.
Did you say anything?
I just stood there dumbfounded and happy to help.
What did he do when he got to the top?
That was all I remember.
Well, that's
It was
enough
just
to
like,
remember.
it was just like, but that memory is seared into my mind. No beginning, No end, just a lot of middle right there. Grabbing and pulling.
You know who it was? Rumple Foreskin.
He did rumple it. He definitely rumpled it. And I mean, it's a weird
The
feeling.
legend of Rumple Foreskin.
Okay, you made your
You better
joke. It
watch
was great.
yourself.
I'm just telling you how I felt. Don't fight it, but don't like it.
Okay, while you're tasting your salad, let me tell you, I can't top Rumple Foreskin either in dream content or joke. But I will say, one of the strangest things that's ever happened to me in a dream that I can't point, there's no point of reference for it. I was on a stage in front of an audience.
Okay.
I was dressed up as a George W. Bush impersonator. And the guy on the other side of the stage
Like Will Ferrell.
was dressed up like an Al Gore impersonator. He starts doing his thing. The crowd is going wild. At that moment, I realized that we were supposed to be funny.
Oh.
I was like, oh, this is a comedic thing. I don't know how I got here. He's making jokes about Tipper Gore, his wife, and people are absolutely loving it. And then he obviously has thrown it back over to me. And I'm like, it was one of those moments where it's like, do I do my impersonation of Bush or do I do my impersonation of Will Ferrell doing Bush, which is what I resorted to, which in my dream was already bad. And then I was like, the Tipper Gore thing really went over well for him. So I was like, speaking of Tipper, man, she put that parental advisory sticker on me. Now, that's a deep cut. You have to know that Tipper Gore in the 80s was very famous for starting the parental advisory explicit lyrics movement that started getting put on rap albums.
I will give it to you. You came up with a joke that made sense on the spot in your dream. Was it funny? No.
No, here's the thing. I thought it was super funny in the dream. And I noticed that a couple of people on the front row were laughing. And then I noticed a lot of other people were looking confused.
Uh-huh.
And then the people on the front row were like, you're out of sync. There's something wrong with the microphone.
Oh, you were.
And then
okay.
I was like,
There
so
was a
you're
delay.
hearing my jokes after I say them? And then I began to implode. And I woke up. Tell me how any of that was in my mind.
Well, first of all, apparently the hot sauce really does a number on you with your dreams, both of us, to have in the same night to have these crazy dreams. Point two, you're following a form, especially as performers, of like, it's
Being in a
tropish to
situation,
be,
not knowing what's going on.
and you're in a competition.
oh, I know this.
where you
Oh,
gotta
now I have to be
funnier.
funny. Oh, the microphone's not working.
Yeah,
Right.
all of that makes sense.
I thought that the Tipper Gore put the parental advisory sticker on me was good.
Well, if you were in sync.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, that one seems to make sense. That, okay, you got performance anxiety and you want to assert yourself as a funny guy. Simple as that.
But what about Rumple Foreskin? I don't.
Good question.
I don't get that one.
What do I need more of in my life? I don't know.
How those salad rankings go? by the way?
Salad. The Fat Cat. I mean, it's just like a spicy salad dressing. It had to be number one for you too, right?
No, it wasn't. Buffalo Wild Wing sauce was my number one again for that. There's something about, there's a sweetness
I
to,
put it at number two.
but I put the Fat Cat as number two on that, and Cholula last. Now, on
it up there.
chocolate ice cream,
You want to show them your scores
um,
on chocolate ice cream, huh?
it's better than I thought it was going to be. That's for sure.
Because
Yeah, that's what, you got to be careful because we have to,
that's a lot.
well, you know what? Here, I'm going to do this and just get a little bit. Wing sauce doesn't work at all. Cholula works pretty good on chocolate ice cream. But I have to assume that the Fat Cat is going to be the winner on this one.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
like-
got the strawberry.
I mean, we had the vanilla yesterday with the blueberry Tabasco.
Oh, that's nice. Try that Fat Cat. That's really good. Far and away the best one on this one. I wish I could give it a 0, which is good. Remember that. Wild Wings was bad on this one.
Yeah, strawberry and chocolate. Wow.
It was like you've been to the Hall of Presidents?
Yeah.
It was that kind of an environment, except it was real people and it was just Bush and Gore.
So I'm
And
getting
I was Bush.
Fat Cat ice cream number one. I really liked the Cholula. I thought that was going to take it. And then my 3 is going to be the...
I think I did exactly the same thing. Yeah, I did on that round. Now we've soiled the third sauce. It's pretty much got chocolate in it now.
well, I can see the where it's floating.
Bring in the beans.
Here's your beans. I want to remind you to check out Josh and Nicole's podcast, Hot Dog is a Sandwich. They really get into it about food debates. They're weighing in on this tournament and sharing their own hot sauce takes. So we got a little crossover happening.
I wonder how
Hot
we
Dog
did.
is a Sandwich. So go over
wonder
there,
how we did.
check that out. I'm interested to see what they think about the hot sauces.
You know, we got multiple bowls for this.
Trevor,
so I think,
do you have to put up with their opinions like off camera, or do they save it for their podcast?
No, they're always talking about food.
Yeah.
they're always talking
Podcast
about
is
food.
constantly happening in real time in the kitchen.
Do you ever hear them saying things like, "Let's save that for the podcast"? Because Rhett and I say that to each other all the time.
Yeah.
They do say that?
They'll start arguing about something and then Josh will save it for the podcast.
Yep.
Save it
I
for
love
the
that.
podcast."
I love that. They're because it's always on their mind. They want to make a good show, and they are.
I don't know what's good about that, the sauce or the beans or both.
Well, how did you do this? 'Cause
I just poured it directly into it.
What?
I mean, I don't know if I recommend it, but that's what I did. Man, do you have a fear of things coming out of the toilet in general? Like, are you like a snake coming out of the toilet kind of guy?
No, Lincoln did. Remember one of that time he was on the show when Locke and Lincoln hosted the show, and they had a conversation about the things they were afraid of, and he was talking about stuff coming out of the toilet.
It's so crazy to think about how old they are now and like what it would be like for them to co-host.
Those are both pretty good in there. Where's that?
Both meaning all 3.
No, I haven't gotten to the this one yet.
The fat cat just makes it. Well, I'm not going to tell you because you haven't done it yet.
I didn't have any crazy dreams last night. Thanks for asking.
You haven't eaten any of the hot sauce. If you want to, eat some hot sauce, and you'll get a cray dream. I had another crazy dream the night before. I woke up and wrote the whole thing down, but it involved barging into a house that we happened to have a key to, even though the landlord was leading us down into the basement.
Same scores.
And we met. I think the Cholula is the best
Yeah.
on the beans because the fat
Agreed.
cat just makes the beans, which are already a little sweet, too sweet. Taika Waititi was there, and I'd love to meet Taika Waititi. I looked him in the eye and I was like, Taika? And he had a mustache, not a Hitler mustache.
Good. Thanks for
And
clarifying.
he said, no. And I was like, okay.
This is your anxiety about accusing people of being themselves.
And then in that moment, his mustache disappeared. And I was like, But I knew it was him. And then I opened up a door, and Jack Black was in there taking a nap. And I was like, oh, sorry. So I was running to all these celebrities and, like, totally didn't belong there. So you can tell what's going on.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah. Imposter syndrome.
It's interesting that with all of the news recently, you chose to dream about him and not, I don't know, Tessa Thompson or Rita Ora.
I didn't. I told Red about.
He told me
that
about the dream,
he
and I
me
told him about the news, and he had
him
not
di-
heard about it.
him dating them.
Okay.
And I didn't know that.
Got it.
You guys, it's crazy how close these hot sauces are right now. Like, this last coffee round is going to decide the best hot sauce in the world.
It really is, isn't it?
Man, we should bring Randy back in to abdicate our decision. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip a little dippy. I'm just gonna put some coffee.
I'm going to put it into the
Oh,
coffee.
yeah, we have enough. Okay,
I'm putting it right into the coffee, just like I would anything.
here you go.
I did, though, have an experience at about 4 a.m., which involved Cassie coming into the... Cassie likes to eat in the middle of the night, so I luckily usually sleep through everything. She came back into the room and yelled a loud, shocked expletive, which immediately woke me up and nearly gave me a heart attack. And she had stepped in Ringo's vomit
Vomit.
on the floor and was dangling her foot in the air in need of assistance. So, of course, I got up. I went, I got everything, I cleaned everything up, and I went back to sleep. That's all.
You cleaned it up?
Yeah, what do you mean? Why did you say it so shocked?
Well, why didn't Cassie
We would
clean it
never
up?
have done
She-
that.
I mean, Cassie was already up.
Well, she had to clean
She
her
was
foot.
engaged.
Oh,
Well,
Wow, okay, now I understand what you guys would have done in the situation.
okay.
yeah, it's called rollover.
Last night, I don't know, maybe Ringo and Barbara got into the same thing, which is probably not possible because they weren't together yesterday, and I don't know if they've ever been together. But Barbara, we were just like watching TV, and she just threw up, and then how dogs will just throw up and then just act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like, I did
Yeah.
that, and now I'm coming up to lick you.
Yeah, that's what she did. Was Ringo okay?
We both didn't hear him get up and throw up in the middle of the night, so that's why it was such a shock. So yeah, he was fine. He's not great with understanding that the bed is not his.
This is horrible.
This is all bad.
This is
That's
just a
all.
bad
I don't have a
idea.
lot of bed space to sleep in, is all I'm saying.
All right, we got to come to a conclusion.
Well, I haven't had the sweet one yet, which I'm thinking the sweet one's going to be the best because at least there should be some cream in this coffee. I mean, I know that's not what this was about, but
Well, here you go, right here. I mean,
okay.
yeah, I think to give it some sort of a shot.
Here we go. Round 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just a bad idea,
It's all bad.
but it is the reason that one of them is going to be the best hot sauce ever.
But if I had to choose one of these, there is a clear winner for me, and a pretty close second, and one that just was wildly not great. And there you go. There are my final scores, which I actually think puts Cholula as my lowest scored by 1 point.
I put Cholula as number 1 for the last one.
Me too.
Oh, yes. All right, so 6, 7, 8. Who won?
By a point, Cholula becomes the best hot sauce for everything. And then you have Buffalo Wild Wings hot sauce. And then just by 1 more point, Fat Cat Strawberry Serrano hot sauce with a strong showing in third.
So they're all pretty. There is a winner, but not a real clear winner, just by a point.
That's
But
right.
There you go. Cholula takes it home as the best hot sauce and the best hot sauce of all. Need to put a parental advisory sticker on me. Get Tipper to do that.
Take like the natural sugars from the watermelon and really reduce all this down with some other unnatural added sugars. You know recipes that are like no added sugar. I'm like, eat a half cup of honey, idiot.